Hello, 99 Army, boys and girls, and welcome back to another Storytime video. Today, I'm going to be telling you about the time where I literally lost a tooth and I could not find it. Now, this happened a decade plus ago in second grade, and back then, kids are losing teeth. Some of you might be at that stage right now where you're losing teeth, and I was not afraid to just pull them out no matter what time it was. Well, I was not afraid to pull them out during school, so this is what I did. I I was working on it for a time, and this was the grade right before I switched classes. So this is the last grade in which I stayed in one classroom all day. Excuse me. And that will make a little bit of sense later on. Maybe, I don't know. But yeah, so I was working on this all day in the class. Oh, also, I hate to go off topic a little bit and ramble off a little bit, but coincidentally, excuse me, but coincidentally too, the teacher, oh God, our teacher that year in second grade was the principal too. We didn't have a lot of teachers that year. So, I don't know how that's relevant to the story, but hey, I just think it's cool, so I'm just throwing it out there. But anyway, so we get back in the classroom after lunch this day. I don't remember how late in the school year it was, and I don't think it really matters, but I went into lunch thinking, okay, I can lose this. I can eat some food and lose this thing. The thing is, though, which if you want to eat something to get your tooth out, get an apple or something like that you have to sink your teeth in and get pressure. Not like a sandwich. I know you sink your teeth into a sandwich, but you don't actually really put pressure, and that your teeth is not, or that your tooth, you're not going to lose your tooth eating a sandwich. Unless it's on its last legs. Then you might. But an apple is the best way. So I was thinking that we might have something for lunch that I could lose my teeth or lose my tooth over. Yeah, I don't want to lose all my teeth. That'd be bad. But lose my tooth over. And unfortunately, we did not. So we come back after lunch, and I'm talking to my best friend, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna pull this thing out. Well, I didn't pull it. I didn't have the guts to do it back whenever I was like 7 or 8, but yeah, back whenever I was like 8 years old. Well, 8 or 9, but regardless, though, I was wiggling at it, if I can speak today, wiggling at it with extra force. And I guess that is how I, quote unquote, ripped it out. And I guess I was not paying attention to whenever I ripped it out. I think that's how I, quote unquote, lost it. I really lost that tooth. And the floor of that school was like, uh, it was like white and gray. Well, not really gray. It was kind of gray, but it was mostly white and black. And it looked like little colored pebbles in the ground just flattened down to the point where you could just roll something on the floor and it have no resistance rolling on the floor. Some floors have, or some schools have checkerboard floors. And if the school had a checkerboard floor, I would have been able to see my tooth and find it. But it did not. And because of these small things, it made it harder to see. And my best friend and I looked in the area in which we thought that it was, and we looked around, and we looked around so much that our principal teacher, I might just call her that, our principal teacher, and that's how it's relevant. But yeah, so our principal teacher told us to sit down in our seat and get to work, and because class was starting back after lunch. So we weren't in the middle of a lecture or in the middle of a lesson, and I just lose it all over the floor. Luckily, I did not bleed a lot. That would have been bad in school. I would have preferred to do that at home if I were to bleed from missing a tooth or from just losing it. But yes, so I lost a tooth and I never found it. And CS guys, I do believe that will do it for this storytime video. And until the next storytime video, I will see you all later. Goodbye, guys. Thank you all for watching.